Well, before we get to the best of 2019, we gotta take a look at the worst of 2019.
I see it, and now it's all within my reach. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility.
Everyone, and today I'm doing my top 5 least favorite movies of 2019. Why a top 5 least favorite movies? Well, this was planning to be a top 10, but when I was doing the script for the video, for the first 5 entries, mostly I could say it was the movies that were 10, 9, 8, and 7, and 6, were that they were either just bad or forgettable. So I only did the top 5 since those were the movies I could actually really talk about. So, yeah, with that being said, let us start off my top 5 least favorite movies of 2019. Starting with The Lion King remake. Oh boy, this movie is just a soulless cash grab. I am not even joking. When they try to add new stuff to the film, I'm like, okay. But unfortunately, they add a lot of pointless stuff, like, did we really need to see extra moments with the rat that Scar put his paw on? Did we really need that? And also, there are a lot of they add plot holes that the original movie didn't even have. Like, for example, Scar says, Zazu, go to the lion village and get help. And Zazu goes there, and Scar says, I was late to the gorge to save Simba and Mufasa. But Zazu just doesn't say anything for about a decade. So it's Zazu's fault all this crap happened. He literally could have just said, actually, Scar was there. I saw him myself. He told me to go get help. Why? And also, because of them adding some new stuff, it kind of takes away from a lot of the emotional scenes. Like, for example, Timon says, when Nala takes Simba back and they get married, we'll only be down to 2. But you still have other friends in the village you live in. It's not just Simba, so why? I mean, in the original movie, it was just them, it was just Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba, nobody else. When here, they have other new animals for them to interact with, so what's even the big deal? And also, these songs are not as good as they were in the original, especially the butchering they did to prepare, be prepared, where all it was just them saying, be prepared, be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. And also, if you're going to get James Earl Jones back, why not bring back Jeremy Irons? He was perfect as Scar in the original. And yeah, this movie is just not very good. Seriously, why is this movie getting nominated for Best Animated Movie? It's CGI, not animation. I'm not even joking. You should have had the Lego Movie Part 2 be nominated instead. But anyway, number 4 on this list. Sorry about that, guys, but still, number 4 on this list goes to Angry Birds, the movie 2. Dear God, I hate this movie so much. I'm not even joking. This is a terrible movie. Not only is it a bad video game movie, but it's also a sequel to one of my most hated movies of 2016, the original Angry Birds. I despise the first Angry Birds movie, and this is coming from someone who enjoyed the first couple of games. This movie is just unfunny, not clever, and boring as all heck. I was just waiting for the credits to roll. This is one of the most predictable films I've ever seen in my entire life. From the first 10 minutes alone, you can see what's going to happen from a mile away. You know every plot point that's going to happen. This is one of the most predictable messes I've ever seen of a film. Dear God. How did this movie get so much praise again? Look, if you like the movie, that's fine. But why does this movie get so much praise when actual good stuff like Ratchet and Clank the movie or Detective Pikachu just get mediocre or bad reviews while this movie gets free pass? I despise this movie and I never want to talk about it again. Number 3, Polar. Now, I do know that Polar is technically based off of a comic book series. But there are a lot of moments in this movie where it feels like it's trying to be John Wick. I'm not even joking. Except with John Wick, the action was phenomenal, the characters were interesting. Here, the characters are boring and non-existent. The only character that I actually found cool was the main character, but I can't even remember his name other than, actually, I do know his name is Duncan, but other than that, I can't remember a single thing about him, other than the fact he's an assassin. And also, in the John Wick movies, there's actually an explanation for why the Continental wants to kill John Wick. Because John Wick broke the rules. You break the rules, you die. But here, they just do it. What? They want to kill the main character because they want to save money. There you go. Because they want to save money. Isn't that such a great explanation? And also, this movie tries to push its R rating to the T. I am not even joking. There are so many moments where you can just tell they wanted to add in this just to say, hey, we're R rated, we can get away with this type of stuff. Really? Just, no. Don't want to talk about this movie again. Number 2, Airplane Mode. Ah, yes, a Logan Paul movie. This movie was just not funny at all, and technically is the worst movie of 2019, but I would rather put a drill to my temple than watch the number 1 spot. So, I'm not going to say much about Airplane Mode other than, well, it's a Logan Paul movie. You know it's going to be terrible with unfunny YouTube jokes that are dead memes by now. I mean, there was a couple funny jokes, like when Logan said, oh, Disney got Jake Paul. That was kind of clever. But still, number 1 on this list is Hellboy 2019. I despise this movie with every fiber of my being. This is not only the worst movie of 2019, not only the worst superhero movie of 2019, but also one of the worst movies to come out in the 2010s and easily the worst superhero movie to ever be released in the 2010s. I would rather watch Fan 4 Stick over this movie because at least with Fan 4 Stick, I can get some sleep. This movie has no plot throughout the first act. You can remove the Mexican wrestling match and the Giant Slayer stuff, and you would trim about an hour of runtime. It takes till the second hour, the last hour of the movie, for the plot to actually be in motion. Are you kidding me? There are some things I do like about it. But there are some things I do like about this movie, like Lobster Johnson, Ian McShane, and 2 jokes. But other than that, this movie is just a god-awful mess and one of the ugliest looking movies I've ever seen. Don't watch this movie. If you want to watch a true Hellboy movie, watch the Benicio del Toro Hellboy movies, because those movies are actually worth your time and actually do a good job explaining the character of Hellboy. So there, I'm done with Hellboy 2019. I don't have to talk about that mess ever again. So, with that being said, what did you think of my top 5? And drop your top 5 least favorite movies of 2019 in the comment section below. With that being said, join me next time as we get to talk about my favorite movies of 2019. See you all later, and bye.